to. Alright, guess we're live. So, yep.
Yep.
Alright.
Why is the screen cut off? The screen? It might be OBS. Go to OBS. You can move the screen. Yeah. So, and then expand it.
Okay.
So it's like the whole black area. That should be good. There we go.
It's fixing. Let's see. It's kind of quiet.
There we go.
Oh man.
I'm so tired. Yeah, a little bit.
It is a Saturday evening, but it's been nice.
It is.
Good, how are you?
Good.
Just give it a little.
Oh, got first person. Hello, everyone. Hope everyone's doing well. Oh man, weekend is here.
Finally.
God, this week was a tough one.
It was. It's also probably because of the time change.
Oh yeah, I forgot that happened last weekend. Well, plus we had that snowstorm.
Yeah. So everyone's like out and about doing their thing.
We got our first few people. How's everyone doing? Alright. Glasses over here. Alright. We'll start out. So, for those of you who are just getting on here, we're just relaxing, and today we're going to do some taste testing of some Stranahan's Snowflake. This is a trial blend. It's cask strength, 58%. So, it's pretty cool. It was one of those things that we got from a customer of ours who actually is the lead distiller at Stranahan's. You may have seen us have a bottle, and I did a video of a pair of R.M. Williams where I did the resole on it. And yeah. Good evening, Young of the Mill, Eric. I have no idea what that name is there.
I think that looks like Greek.
That's not Greek, it's got some Russian letters in there.
Bit of both?
Very interesting. Huh?
Bit of both?
I guess it's a combination. Yeah. But anyways, so yeah, the gentleman who had the R.M. Williams I did the video on, he brought by the Stranahan's here. This is called Snowflake. It's a limited edition that they only release once a year during wintertime. And this year's batch for 2021, he started bottling it up, and he brought us a little bit to try out. There we go. And I got my fancy Glencairn glasses.
Yes, from Greece. I was right.
Ah.
I live with a Greek person. I know.
Okay. Okay, like I know. Alright, I'll take a few more puffs off my cigar. How's everyone doing so far? Hope everyone's doing well. Sorry it's a little bit noisy, obviously. It's we're at a cigar lounge. We're over at Stanley Pappas's, over here a few doors down by us here in the Denver Tech Center area. After a long weekend, or a week, we like to spend Saturdays after work.
Yeah.
Except I got a time limit. I got about an hour. Alden jumper boots in brown Chrome XL. What's everyone wearing? Yes, what is everyone wearing? I am ashamed to say, personally, I am wearing a pair of Johnson Murphys. These are my destructive ones that I can just destroy. So,
And
yes.
for me, I'm just wearing regular black boots. I don't know the brand. It's just very cheaply boots.
Oh, yeah. You guys don't even want to know what she's wearing.
Yeah, you don't want to see.
Yeah, but I got some. Mine are Johnson Murphy CX4, so it's their comfort line. I'm wearing them because we got hit by a hard snowstorm last weekend, and out by me it's still super muddy, so there's no way I'm wearing anything nice just to even walk to the car, because I have to walk to the car, there's a lot of slush and everything still, and then I have to go get the gate, and that's a lot of mud, so yeah.
Yeah, it's not worth it.
Cigars are good. This is my first time trying it. This is a Rocky Patel Grand Reserve there. So, it's not bad. I mean, it's a nice fat one, but it's not a very strong one. I'm used to something a little bit on the stronger side.
And for me, it's is it called
Macanudo.
Macanudo?
Mm-hmm.
This one, it's very. It's like a very smoky taste to it. Like
See, that's the red label. I had the black label. I had like a sweet taste to it.
yeah, no, this one has more like a smoky taste.
Can you resole a stitch down shoe? Yes, we can. Stitch down, however, does cost additional because it takes a lot more, but it is doable. It just comes down to a matter of cost, honestly. If you have a pair that you want us to resole, I would recommend emailing us pictures of it so that we know what we're dealing with. And from there, we can see what kind of options we have for you. Alright, well, good night in Greece. And enjoy your evening relaxing and sleeping. From London, Bobby Brown. Hello, Bobby. My favorite type of leather boots. It's really hard to tell just because it depends for what. Everyday wear, I would so rock a pair of Alden Indie boots. That, or a pair of Red Wing Iron Rangers, or a pair of Thursday boots, the Captains, or something else at the tip of my tongue, but I forgot. But those are an everyday type of thing. Then there would be, going out and about, Western boots, work style boots, like heavy duty camping boots. So there's a lot of variants. But I would say the Red Wing Iron Ranger, the Indie boots from Alden, and the Thursday Captains. Those would be my top 3 picks to have at different price points and everything for an everyday boot. Jenell, you got favorite boots?
I don't have like a favorite brand, but I usually go for like a military style boot. I don't know, that's just kind of more of my style. I'm just wearing some boot that's laced up. For me, I don't really care for the brand, so.
Shame.
You saw the boots.
Yeah.
I'm not showing my boots.
Is it possible to convert a stitch down to Goodyear welt? It's possible. It would be quite a conversion, honestly. It really depends on the boot itself, or on the shoe, depending what kind of liners I have to deal with. For example, a Danner boot, that, because it's got an inner lining, that's I think they call it a Sympatex, or it's one of their own version of an insulated bootie or something. That's a little bit of a challenge, but it's doable. So anything's possible. Steve Dedeklian says that anything's possible. It's just it might take time and may get a little costly, but it's possible. Let's see. What are we at? Everyday. Yep. Yeah, those are my top 3 everyday boots.
I need to steal these back.
Oh, yeah, no worries. We got one here, so you can keep it up there. All right. That was Brad who works there. Brad's a great guy. Let's see.
Yeah, shout out to him for letting us stay here
Yeah.
a lot longer than we should.
What do you think about Crockett and Jones shoes? Crockett and Jones are definitely awesome. I actually have a resole video. Or no, those were Edward Greens. I haven't done a Crockett and Jones video. Every time I get a pair of Crockett and Jones in, I only have a short period of time. Like, I gotta get them going, and so I don't have enough time to record a video. And they're not as common out here in Colorado. I definitely see a lot more John Bobs and Edward Greens out here. But Crockett and Jones, definitely, that's why they're considered, a high-end, I wouldn't say a luxury shoe because luxury shoes are more fashionable, but they're more of a high-end build shoe, I would say. Crockett and Jones, Edward Green, and John Bob would definitely be kind of like that industry standard for high-quality builds. There are other brands like Gatiano and Girling as well, but the ones that a lot of people may know are those top three. Let's see. Give us a leather crease list comparing every leather you've seen from.
So it's creasing in the shoes.
So creasing the shoes?
That's what I'm.
Sorry, I gotta taste the notes in this because this is a sample
You
batch.
need to do cheers.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, cheers.
Clink. Sour. Very sour to me.
Yeah, it's sour.
Trying to figure it out. But, alright, so creasing. Shell cordovan, obviously, it doesn't crease, or it kind of folds, like almost rolls. It doesn't have an actual crease where it kind of turns into a minor crack or something like that. But that's shell cordovan. That's not technically leather, that's a membrane. They're gonna rip. The shell cordovan's gonna rip before it actually really shows any cracking. I have a pair that I found at the thrift store last weekend. I'll probably take some pictures and post it on like Facebook and Instagram maybe. I'm debating if I should keep them and just fix up the rip on it. It ripped right there at the seam. But that's a hard one just because there are so many leather variants. There's exotic leathers and skins, corrected grain, full grain leather, calf skin, bull skin. That's just a lot of variants to try to consider. If you're wanting to prevent any kind of major creasing, definitely condition. Shell cordovan is the only one that's not going to actually show much of an actual creasing. It's going to show a fold, and you can massage that fold out. Let's see. If you can do the work, the price is less of a concern.
It stopped.
Camera died.
Okay, at least you can reach it this time.
Yeah. Alright, got it. We're back, don't worry. That's why we have a separate mic, because, sorry guys, we lose the video feed, but the mic is still working. Okay, I live up in Fort Collins. Oh, okay, so you're local here. But would gladly drive down for repairs to support you wonderful people. Thank you very much.
Thank you. We appreciate
Yep,
it.
we gladly work on an interesting project. I'm a little bit backed up because I'm usually the one that does that kind of stuff, and I'm also short-handed at the moment. As long as you can also be a little patient with me at the moment as well.
Yeah, because today we got a custom, somebody wanted a custom belt made, and that's usually on my end what I do, so that should be an interesting one.
Yeah. And a lot of my work right now is like that last video I posted for St. Patrick's Day, that green Allen Edmund McTavish with the gold welt and green stitching. I've got a number of shoes projects like that, and they take a lot more time, so be a little patient with me, please. I'm getting beaten up and hammered daily here. Bought your girlfriend some Crockett and Jones wingtip. Nice. I hope you're posting them in some of the groups as well. A lot of these shoe enthusiasts and collectors would love to see that kind of stuff.
You guys often resell sneakers?
Not too often. We definitely resell a lot more work boots, western boots, and dress shoes. Sneakers, it really comes down to cost, honestly. If it's like a limited edition, which I posted the video a few weeks back on a pair of custom Nikes that I resold, those actually took me quite a while because I was trying to figure it out and everything as far as the way we're going to set things up and the heights to keep it proper. But I do resole tennis shoes, any kind of sneakers. I've got a couple at the shop that I'm hoping to get some aftermarket soling that won't be crazy pricey. But the dilemma right now is a lot of our suppliers are low on stock of things just because due to last year, 2020 was a bit of an issue with importation and shipments, and a lot of our materials come from Germany. We've got stuff coming in from Spain, Italy, France, China, South America as well. So importation was a bit of an issue, even through our suppliers.
Yeah.
Let's see. Let's see. Allen Edmonds, Higgins Mills, that's a good one, and Alden Indians. See, I would put the Allen Edmonds, Higgins Mills on the board, but I want to have 3 tiers, and I think Red Wing would beat out that kind of middle grade tier for me personally.
Yeah. How do you remove shoe polish from suede shoes?
That's a tough one. Okay, it's going to be a long, slow process. You're going to have to use Saphir Reno mat. You're going to have to give it a Swedish bath. You're going to have to use Saphir Reno mat. You're going to have to do Swedish bath, back and forth and back and forth. And even the Swedish bath, that's kind of an industry secret that I can't give out just because a number of cobblers, and I'm not talking about just here in North America, I'm talking worldwide, a number of cobblers, that is one of the big kind of industry secrets that every cobbler shop has its own technique and method of ingredients being mixed. There's fine little tweaks, and it's a huge process. If you want to get that taken care of, at the very least, send us some pictures. Maybe I can see if I can point you in the right direction, but polish off of suede is not an easy one.
I'll just put it this way. If you don't know if it's a good idea to do something on a pair of shoes, don't do it. Ask a cobbler, ask somebody first before doing it. Rather than doing it firsthand and then like messing it up, because we would get so many repairs where people try and fix like soles, for example, with super glue, and then they come and they're
Gorilla Glue. Stay away from
Gorilla Glue. Yeah, stay away from it.
Stay away from that
And
stuff.
so then they ask, hey, is this fixable? And it is fixable. It's more of it's gonna take a
cost you
lot
extra.
longer, and the price is just gonna go
I'm sorry,
up.
but a lot of DIY jobs, at the very least, if you're going to DIY it, be sure you're really looking up into YouTube videos. There's a lot of
Like
professionals.
ask us, like even right now, if you have questions where you need something fixed and you want to do it on your own, like ask us. You can email Alan or you can email me, and we'll respond to your emails or even messages too, just so that you guys don't screw up your own pair of shoes or even bags. Because we see a lot of that, unfortunately. And don't look at the DIY videos that people put out. I mean, there's some who are...
My videos are not DIY. If I say DIY on there, that's only because I'm talking down against it. And there's a few videos on how to care for your shoes, like polishing and treatments. Those are one thing. But when it comes to resoling, recrafts, and all that kind of stuff, don't do it, please.
Yeah.
I had a guy bring in a pair of John Lobs, and I did a video on it where he tried doing his own tilt tips.
Yeah, and don't follow Pinterest, because I know Pinterest posts a lot of stuff of like, oh, how do you fix shoes? And don't do that. Ask an actual cobbler. Ask somebody who knows what they're doing before doing it yourself.
Battery, it's a little hard to do interns. I had a guy working for me for a little bit not long ago, and I thought he knew more than he really did, and he basically became an intern. It is very, very difficult to have somebody that has an experience in the industry when I'm already backed up. I do apologize, but I can't take on any new fresh to the industry staff. You have to have some form of minimal expertise in the industry because it's extremely hard. I mean, there's a lot of different things that even the old school cobblers, they're just they're old school and they stick by their ways. You know, no disrespect to them, but they refuse to learn any new techniques. And some of the materials that we have to deal with these days are new materials, and there are new techniques and methods and products that have to be used. So it's very hard to teach somebody from scratch. She's been at it for quite a few years. She's been coming into the shop, and I've been having to teach her piece by piece since before she was even, really even out of high school. She just come in and help me out around the shop. That's how she started to learn.
And plus, it was more like self-teaching. So
yeah. You want to read that one?
So I have watched you work on ostrich, elephant, kudu, calf, steer, and gator.
Can you list them from most
noticeable
creases, and where would moose be in the list? So I guess from least visible creasing or any kind like that, shell cordovan. I would have to say elephant after that, buffalo, and again, this depends on how you're going to treat it. After that, I would probably have to say caiman or alligator, but you have to really make sure you maintain it. If you don't maintain it, you're going past creasing. You're going into cracking territory very quickly. Deer and moose, I would say, are very similar. Moose, I would lean towards a little bit more towards bull, just because it's a lot closer to the skin is. Probably on the worst scale of things would definitely be what was it? Lizard skin. Lizard skin is horrible. It is not a daily wear boot. It is not something you can just destroy and wear even every other day type of thing. Lizard skin is only intended for once in a while special occasions. Okay, that's all I can put there. But that's the best way I can put it in order. Shell cordovan, elephant, bull, and moose would probably be there. Then you've got so deer skin and all that. Deer skin is very soft, so it's going to stretch very quickly. Probably like shell cordovan, it's going to look for a while, where you have kind of more of a fold, but then it's going to start to stretch very quickly because it's actually very soft. I have a pair of deer skin shoes at the shop right now. It's great soft stuff.
What's your favorite pair of Western boots?
Lucchese. Tacova are pretty nice, for sure, but Lucchese, and for some reason I'm most attracted to the Lucchese 2000s. I am hoping I find myself a pair at like a thrift store or something, like some kind of exotic skin Lucchese 2000s. Ideally, my favorite would be elephant skin in the cherry, black cherry. Lucchese 2000s.
Yeah.
Oh,
my favorite would have to be, I guess you could say the female side is Corel's. So I work at Boot Barn. I work in the back, so I do inventory and everything. So I see the Western boots like every day, and from looking at what Cheyenne has and even Ariat, they're not my favorite. So my first pair of Western boots were actually Corel. I got them at a stock show event, so they have to be my favorite ones because they've lasted me for quite some time now, since I have to wear them every day to work. So.
There's a lot of great small companies too. Keep an eye out for the small companies. They're popping up more frequently, not just in the Western boot industry, but work boots, dress shoes as well. Keep an eye out for those guys. They're doing phenomenal work for a great price. Again, Tacova started out somewhere, now they're getting pretty big and popular. They're still doing pretty good, especially for the price point. Otherwise, it's very hard with the boot industry. Tony Lama's not as great as he used to be. Justin's definitely been going downhill. Cody James is Ariat is wear it out and toss it. I mean, the most we can recommend doing is heels. I have a pair right now. A police officer actually here dropped them off that he loved them, and he's paying more than what the boots are worth to get them recrafted, but they're a model that's no longer available. So keep in mind, there's only a handful of boots out there, and just keep an eye out for those smaller brands and companies now.
And I like goat skin boots, very comfortable.
Goat skin, that's pretty nice.
Yeah.
Did you know that Jenell uses lambskin on almost all their products?
Yeah,
It's so
I kind of figured.
It's so soft. I have a video dyeing a lambskin Jenell purse from white to black.
Oh yeah, I remember that one.
That was so soft, dude. It took on the leather dye so well. It was awesome.
So I was thinking about the likes of common projects, sneakers. Is that easy to resole?
Common projects, they're a lot like All-Star, or what are they called? Vans.
Vans.
They've got a hollow interior with a thick cushion. So the best thing I would recommend with those is, if you haven't worn them down too bad necessarily, retreading them, but a full resole, it gets a little tricky just because, again, the soles that we would usually use on them, they are very limited right now from our suppliers. That's what I'm looking for, a sole that will accommodate a common project. If you're willing to be a little bit patient on it, I'm waiting for responses from a few of our suppliers that should be getting a shipment soon, and we can kind of take it from there. But they're usually a little bit of a challenge when it comes to resoling all around.
And then wanted to do a rough out suede look. I messed up a Crockett and Jones suede shoes.
You did what to your Crockett and did what?
Yeah.
All right, bud. Send me some pictures, please. Or you can also send them to Marcus. What was it? Fish Shines Kicks, and then Marcus Fisher Leather Care Pros on Facebook. The first one I mentioned, Fish Shines. Fish.
We have his information on our website.
Yeah, it's on our
so
website.
So if you go on our website, the information will be there.
Yeah, under partners.
Marcus's email should be there, or his Instagram.
Send him the information. He's our lead leather care expert. And there's a number of things that can be done, but he would most likely be the one that works on them anyways. Again, most of the stuff I'm personally doing right now is like the resoles, rebuilds, and recrafts, and Marcus took over all the leather care, and she's doing all the leather stitch work and custom projects like that.
Do you know good cobblers in San Francisco?
San Francisco. There was somebody there.
Trying to remember from...
If you're on Facebook, join the group North American Shoe Rebuilders. I think there's somebody at least close to you out there. There's a couple of places in California, but check them out and see. Otherwise, I can't remember off the top of my head. There's so many cobblers, and I talk to cobblers in other countries even too. And as most of you guys can tell, I don't have the best of memories, so I'm sorry. But San Francisco, I'm not familiar with the cobblers out on the West Coast at all. Like I've only seen those guys post a few times, no comment on some of them, and I don't remember who, but check them out on Facebook at North American Shoe Rebuilders, and you'll be able to see those guys' posts and everything on there and see what they're doing. That way you can at least judge to see if it's somebody that you would rather not work with or you prefer to work with. Judge them by what they're doing and posting in the groups.
Yep. Is there a way to unwrinkle soft leather boots like goat skin or ostrich?
Unwrinkle? There's very little. I mean, we can improve the wrinkles, but that would involve, again, the Swedish bath. We literally have to soak the entire boot. We put boot trees in there, and then it helps reshape it. But there goes the camera again. I got the little fan on it and everything too, but I don't know why it doesn't like doing that. But anyways, so there's a way to improve the wrinkles and folds on the calf skin and ostrich and a number of those other skins, but it's not going to go away completely. It's not going away.
What would be the best way to get into the industry so you can tell your story?
Honestly, best way to get into the industry is you'd have to contact some of the top cobblers around. Again, you can find them on North American Shoe Rebuilders and talk to them and see if anyone's looking for an apprentice. There are a few cobblers that are willing to work with apprenticeships. Some of the old school cobblers that I know of, they love having people come in and teaching them. Our industry represented organization, SSIA, Shoe Service Institute of America, is working on a program where there'll be cobbler classes, in other words, but due to all the stuff that happened over the last year, there are certain hiccups, in other words, but they're working on it right now. But just keep an eye on North American Shoe Rebuilders. That's the main place I would say where you can interact with other cobblers, and you can get on there without being a cobbler. You can be a customer and you can check it out.
Also, like, if you're wanting to get into it, kind of, I guess you could say, you can try it yourself at home, like maybe make a wallet or something, make something out of like leather, just so that you can do practice.
Start out small, at least, like wallets and belts, fixing that kind of stuff, because a cobbler has to be able to do that as well. Do minor repairs like that, watch YouTube videos, don't jump in head first into fully resoling a pair of boots or shoes. She doesn't know how to do that. That's way out of her expertise. The machines and everything, even stitching it by hand, it's
I stay away from. But like if you start, because that's kind of what I did. Especially when I was still in school, I would start like making little things and stuff, and even selling it on online and actually making a profit out of it. So that's kind of one way you can do it. And then eventually that's how I started working with him, is he saw that I was working on things and decided I should try out being in the cobbler industry.
Parkhurst is really nice. Get a custom
before prices go up.
Parkhurst? What's that? I have to look that up now. Right, Parkhurst. What the heck is that? Parkhurst brand. American-made men's leather boots. I'm gonna have to look into those. For some reason, I haven't heard that.
Oh.
I'm really gonna have to look into that. Those look really cool.
Yeah.
But I'm not allowed to spend too much money right now.
No. Put the stimulus money to good use. Yeah, I would, but my car's breaking down.
And I have a wife and kids. You think I see any of that money? I didn't the last time.
How's the shark skin video going?
Oh, with the staircase. Oh.
Yeah.
I've been delayed like crazy due to family things, dealing with insurance because our back door got smashed into a few weeks ago by a buddy of mine with my trailer. I have been just hammered.
We've been pretty much.
So is she.
We've been trying to get to it because we're planning on both working on it plus having a few people help us. But yeah, it's hard because it's like we're getting ready to work on the project and then boom, something else hits us that we have to do, or like last minute projects that we have to finish up. So it's just
constant.
We're trying to get to it.
I can't catch a break here, honestly. It's constant. With that custom project.
Hopefully we'll do it this year for sure. We just don't have a date set to when we are going to do it. And on top of that, we kind of ran out of material. We had to order more.
For part of it.
For part of it, but
I mean, there's a lot of sections that we're doing of the stairs. We're going piece by piece. We're not just shaving everything down off the original staircase and tearing it all off. We're doing it. We have to do piece by piece because there's 3 sections. There's the upper one. There's a landing, the one that goes to the main floor, and then to the basement. And that's multiple sections.
And for people who don't know what we're talking about, we had a guy come in asking if we can cover his staircase in stingray and shark. So that is kind of one of our projects that we're doing. On top of that, he wants pillows to match his stairs. So, what's the best everyday durable exotic skin?
Everyday? Elephant. But that's a little pricey, so if not elephant.
So Boot Barn used to have elephant boots. They sold their last pair like a few years ago. They actually had somebody, like a group of people coming in and just hunting down for the elephants. For the elephant boots, so
there's a lot of laws and regulations about elephant skin and rhino skin boots. Don't worry, there is no poaching being done on those boots. They're heavily regulated.
Yeah.
But
especially
if you find
like
a pair,
elephant.
that's why they're not cheap. Especially as the time goes by, they get more and more expensive. And it's harder and harder to find now because there's fewer and fewer being made.
And it's because, you know, they're not going to kill an elephant to make a pair of boots. If anything, when an elephant like dies of age or a disease
Natural
or
causes,
natural, yeah,
then they auction off the sides of the elephant. They don't actually auction off the whole thing. It's the shoulder area, like the shoulder and the side a little bit, but they don't auction off the butt area. I don't know what they use the butt area for, but we can never find a full hide or even half hide. It's only like a quarter hide, and it's the front quarters. But anyways, other than elephant skin, there's rhino skin, also very hard to find, but something a little bit on the cheaper side. Alligator or caiman, but again, make sure you maintain it with like Saphir Exotic Cream, Renovatoire, Universal Cream, even Big Four. Any conditioner at the very least, make sure you maintain it, especially if it's going to be considered an everyday boot. Caiman or alligator would be probably the two easiest.
And I mean, you should do that for any pair of boots like
it's
that you wear on a daily
basis.
Yeah,
it's not getting any nutrients unless you put.
It's like your what I like to say. It's like the skin.
It's like your skin. You put lotion on your hands. But imagine that this is dead skin with no nutrients being added into it naturally from food or anything. You have to make sure you put that on there. Another good skin, ostrich is actually very good. Kangaroo is very good as well, and buffalo. But again, without maintenance, you're going to destroy them.
Yep. Did you ever ask where the Nike boot guy got his customs from?
He got them years ago. I mean, a long time ago when Nike was doing that MTO program, made-to-order program, and he got those ones. That was quite a while ago. Nike does not offer that anymore, and he was working somewhere where he had access to it, so the sales rep offered it, and he's like, heck yeah, I'm going to order some customs. And he got the MTO ones, and I got the opportunity to work on it. That was an interesting project to work on.
We got some very interesting projects.
All the time, dude.
It's funny because even when I talk to people like outside of the shop, like people who don't even know what a cobbler is, and I tell them the type of projects we have, they always have a shocked face.
Kudu's a good one actually too. Kudu's definitely a good skin as well, but you don't find boots too much in Kudu. It's mostly like shoes. Like not Western boots, but you'll find like some ankle high style boots that are laced up like more like a casual wear or something. But that's what you find in Kudu. But anyways, like Jenell was saying, we get some interesting stuff. As you can tell, some of you I know, you guys watch other cobbler videos and stuff as well. They kind of stick to like a certain category of repairs. Like there's one cobbler that mostly works with just Western boots. Another cobbler that tends to work mostly with like dress shoes and casual shoes. And you know, we get everything and anything. I like to say Colorado's a very diverse state, but when I say that, I talk about the shoes. We're very diverse when it comes to people's footwear choices, and that's what we get in a lot of everything. Random stuff that's not practical to repair or resole due to cost or restrictions or something. People still do it. I'm not gonna say, well, I do tell some people honestly that it's just not worth it. It's better to save your money for a new pair, but they want it rebuilt, so it's their choice. Hey there.
Hi.
How's it going?
Good. How you doing?
Good.
I just want to listen to you.
All right.
Are you live right now?
Yeah, we're just live streaming, so yeah, it's relaxation time at the end of the week with the cigar, and whoever's got questions.
Promoting the shoe shop?
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah, it's enjoyable. We did this last time, and it ended up like 2 hours 45 minutes long. So hopefully we stay at about an hour right now. I don't even know how long we've been going.
38 minutes.
38.
Almost 30 now.
Okay, we're coming close to our.
I hung out with you a little bit at the Cask bar.
Yeah,
a month or so ago.
Yeah. See at the Cask bar.
Parker.
Oh,
it used to be
that's
called
right.
the Slow Burn.
Yes, I remember you introduced me to the cigar bid.
To the what?
Cigarbid.com.
Oh no, cigarbid.com.
You got me in so much trouble.
Yeah,
man.
he's like, look at these cigars I found. I'm bidding
It's
them.
just nonstop. Oh,
It's terrible. I set my mark at $25, and I won't go any higher than that.
Oh,
If I don't get it, I figure I don't need it.
There was only one thing that I went above 25, and it was it was a recent limited edition one that they were releasing. It was $44.95, and then after I placed the bid, I'm like, maybe shouldn't have. Nobody outbid me because they had 200 units available. So, but it was a box of 10, so $4.50 a cigar.
Yeah, you can't beat that.
Yeah, so it's not bad.
That's what I shoot for, $4 to $5 a stick.
Yeah, so that's what I was averaging. I think the most expensive one was like $7 that it came out to. No, actually, the most expensive one was the egg. You know, the egg one.
Oh, did you get that?
I got one of those. I haven't tried it, but I was like, a buddy of mine was showing off with his. I'm like, I'm gonna get one too. Yeah. All right.
See you, man.
Good to see you too, man.
Nike had the best hiking boots in the 90s.
In the 90s, yes.
Not today.
But you got to remember, Nike is a performance company. I'm not gonna dog Nike as as an overall industry. Nike is a phenomenal brand for performance. Once the performance in the shoe is worn out, you're technically supposed to throw them out and buy a new pair. Now, performance is not rebuildable. The Nike Air Shock, all that feature that the shoe has, once it's done, it's technically done. Keep that in mind that they're not intended for recraft. Now, if it's a limited edition, if it's a collector piece, a made-to-order one, that's a different story. You may get them resold or recrafted, but don't expect them to ever feel exactly the same way as from the factory. Nike was never intended to be a recraftable shoe, only a performance style shoe. That's it.
I can't.
But by the way, real quick about Nike, if you haven't, read Shoe Dog. It's about how Nike started, or listen on audio also. That was probably one of my top books. Like, it's in my top 5 for sure as far as books go. Awesome book. I loved it.
I can't pronounce that.
Cody does great moccasins. Well, Cody. Sounds Canadian. Hey.
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 Check my email I sent last week. I want to know if you can take some Allen Edmonds 10.5 wide boots and make them smaller to fit my foot.
Jeff, sorry, I've been having issues with my emailing, and my wife's kind of been keeping an eye on it. So changing the size of a shoe, see 10.5 triple E, but it makes them, so you want to make it smaller. The problem is that we need an original factory last. In order to do that, it's going to get kind of expensive to readjust the width on a pair of shoes, to readjust the size, especially like Allen Edmonds. They have their own lasts, so if I change the size on it, I need to make sure I have a last that will at least fit it comparably, but it's going to get pretty costly, honestly.
So he said narrow.
Yeah. Narrower, yeah. So if we're trying to make it narrower, I might be able to do something without needing an original last if we're just making it narrower in certain areas. The toe box, like the really tip of the toe, there's not too much I can do about that. I mean, but I can definitely take down the width, like in the ball of the foot, under the arch area, some of the heel. And there's a few things that can be done about it. Boots are going to be a lot harder to do than shoes, but I'm trying to think. It's, again, it really, honestly, dang it, goes the camera again. Honestly, it really comes down to a matter of cost. It gets very costly, in other words. And what's going on with the camera?
It's normal.
Oh, the camera's still working.
Yeah. Huh. That's weird. There's always a story, sentimental value versus new shoes, of course.
Yeah. We get a lot of that,
Oh, yeah.
trust me. We had the custom belt Jenell's working on. She's building them around belt buckles that are sentimental. The lady was
she was kind of scared to leave them, and I'm like, well, we've had a watch that costs like how much, like $10,000.
Yeah,
like
up
fully.
there goes the camera.
Yeah.
Sorry,
and
guys.
10,000. I don't.
The watch?
I don't remember.
Okay, so I made a custom watch band, and I tried doing a video for it, but it ended up a bust. But I had taken pictures of it. You can probably find it on our Facebook and Instagram. This was a Cartier watch that was limited edition, vintage, and customized. It was over $100,000 for this watch. So
yeah, and so I told her, I'm like, I'll put it somewhere where it's not gonna get lost, and she ended up telling me, I'm glad it's a lady that's working on it.
really?
Yeah. No, I'm like, yeah, I showed her my eelskin jacket that I was working on, and to kind of show her that.
That's sexist.
Well, she was more worried that we're gonna win a lottery and then just shut down, and I'm like, no, if anything, if we win the lottery, it's going to the business to try and grow it even more.
Probably, yeah.
So
we like what we do.
Yeah, and so I explained it to her. We're not gonna, try and sell your stuff. First of all, that's gonna get us in a lot of trouble because those items belong to the customer. And second of all, that's just kind of a crappy move to do on our end.
John, no, they are not Cubans. We can't have Cubans in America. Well, we can't have Cubans, but I have not gone outside the country in years where I can buy Cubans. I had one a little while ago, and honestly, not worth it. Cuban cigars, they're Cuban cigars. That's cool, but there's a lot better cigars that we can get out here in the U.S. that are way better, honestly. But hey, again, Cuban cigars, it depends on, I guess, which brand and which flavor as well. Most commonly that we know here in the U.S. is the Cohiba, but that's what I had. Meh. It's okay. But if it's some kind of exotic flavoring or type of tobacco, I haven't tried it. But compared to what we may possibly get here in North America, in the U.S., I'd rather smoke what we can get here at the cigar lounges locally.
Yeah, it's also I don't know, because the cigars here that they have, they're great. Every time we go in, we're like, oh my gosh,
Monte Cristo number 2. I may have to look into that. Monte Cristo number 2. I think I've had a Monte Cristo at one point a while ago, but a number 2.
Sounds familiar.
I've seen those. I've seen people in the local cigar group posting those. Those look awesome, but I'm not allowed to spend any more on cigars.
Yeah.
I overspent.
See, once we get into mainly him, once he gets into a hobby or something, he goes all out on it, researching and.
Yeah, I have an addictive personality when it comes to things that you can either collect, that's usable, that's functional. Whiskeys, for example. I got into whiskeys a bit, and it was all the allocated stuff, the stuff that's a little harder to come by. I still have the bottles. I don't drink often enough to actually drink through the bottles very easily, but I don't know what it is. I like cool stuff, I guess. I love collecting it and be like, I got bragging rights.
Look what I have.
Look what I have, and you don't have it. But yeah, so okay, Monte Cristos will be on my list for sure. Number 2s. But I've got and this isn't a lot compared to a buddy of mine that I have, but I've got over 130 sticks right now at the house. So it's a lot compared to, say, her collection, but it's not nearly as much as a buddy of mine. A buddy of mine, he sent me videos of his humidor. He's got one that's the size of a mini fridge, and this thing is so packed that he has to press down the cigars to open each individual drawer. And he's got other boxes. He's literally got thousands of sticks of cigars. So many.
Don't get into knives. He already has. When he was, you were in your early 20s.
I was into knives back in my teens. Dude.
Yeah, so he had a early 20s, late teens to early 20s.
This is my beat up everyday knife. It's a cat's knife that I found at the local gun show here. It's got one of these blades on here. I need to clean it up, but this is my perfect everyday blade. I also have a zero tolerance one. I've got a bunch of buck knives too, but those are just throw around the place that I have a knife everywhere I turn type of thing. I've got zero tolerance. I've got Benchmade. What else do I have? I have a K-bar knife as well. I've got a number of things. SOG, I've got multiple SOGs. I've got the Tomahawk. That thing actually saved me a number of times. You think that Tomahawk is just a fun one, but it actually saved me a few times. So
yeah, so you had swords, you had
I still have some.
Yeah.
The swords are just those were like
Those are like-
decorative
yeah.
pieces. They weren't actual functional, but I prefer functional.
but he had that stage where he collected knives and guns too and ammo.
Yeah.
You name it, he's
I
probably
get into trouble.
collected
Like,
it.
even I'm one of those people. Like, I'm not allowed in the butchers anymore. I love grilling. I love barbecuing and grilling. Recently, a buddy of mine, the one that backed into my door, he was moving and he sold me on kind of a mini payment plan a green egg smoker. And it's one of those. It's the extra large. Those things are not cheap, and he did it on a payment plan. Plus, he's trading me for some work that I'm doing, so I was able to technically afford it because of that. But yeah, I'm excited. I got that thing cleaned out, but the snowstorms hit, and I can't do anything else right now with it. And I'm hoping to be using that sometime really, really soon.
Or those high-end sports cards that are out there now. Boxes of basketball cards are going for $600+.
Yeah, there's a lot of that too. I've looked into.
Yeah, he has.
some of
I
that.
thought you had like baseball cards.
I've got some old vintage baseball cards,
Yeah.
basketball and football cards.
So I remember the baseball.
Yeah, I don't know enough about collectible cards to understand them, and I'm not getting into
Yeah, don't
that.
give him ideas.
No.
Don't give him ideas.
Yeah. No. Gets me into trouble. Collectible cars. If you're talking about model cars, like the ones that you put on display, I've got a few, but I'm not getting to that either. Exotic cars, I'm not getting into real exotic cars. I can't,
We also
I can't
had,
afford $1 million car or $100,000 car.
where we'd get even Legos. Back when
I love
when I used to live with him, we got money from our dad. It was Christmas money, so we combined the two, and we ended up going and getting Legos and just sitting watching movies and building Legos.
It was like Christmas Day, and we got
Yeah.
the money before that, so we went to like the store, picked up a couple of movies and a bunch of Legos, and we just sat there for hours just building Lego sets and watching movies. We had Sebastian with us and everything. We're just hanging out and just, that was funny. Kids at heart, man. Kids at heart.
Kamado grill, decent.
Which one?
And then
Komodo grill, decent.
yeah. And then South Vid is the way to go for steaks.
Ooh, black powder pistols. That's actually really cool.
Yeah, that's really cool.
That's a cool one. I've been watching recently, rewatching Meat Eaters on Netflix. I love that show, but there are certain like animals you can go hunting for, but they have seasons where you can go black powder rifle hunting with, and then also bow hunting, and it's kind of broken down. And
I would love to try the bow hunting.
Yeah.
That would be a very interesting one, is trying to catch some.
black powder pistols. I've worked on a couple of holsters for those, so they're really cool.
Sorry, not giving the man any ideas. Well, too late, you probably already have. He'll probably go do his research after this live stream.
No. No, I'm not doing no more of that.
Knowing you, you would. I've known you
Actually,
all my life.
what I am
pretty
looking at,
much.
because it's basically almost springtime here in Colorado. I mean, we still got our snowstorms. I'm getting prepared for backpacking and fishing. I got a new tent in and a new lightweight axe with a saw built into the back handle. So I'm excited to go backpacking. Last year was a bust because everything got shut down, even the state state parks and everything. So I couldn't do much. But my next thing on my list is a pair of chest high waders, so I can get in the water with some boots that will go. I got those individual leg high waders for fishing, but I want some chest high ones. I just have to budget, and I can't buy it right away because that's like $280, $300 worth of stuff that I need right now.
Yeah, I'm excited this summer for the archery range and then most likely fishing. That's kind of my main goals for this summer is to get into that a little bit more. I collect old woodworking tools and machine and restore them. That actually sounds very interesting.
Yeah, Chuck did that.
My roommate actually got some woodworking tools and then she kind of forgot about them, and I've been like tempted to like grab them and start working on stuff.
I've got some old woodworking tools, I think. At the
She
house.
got a brand new set, and
Well, it's a brand new.
she ended up like putting it in a cabinet and like forgetting about it, wanting to do something, and I'm like, I want to do it, so might take that from her and borrow it for a little. Ed Brown 1911s? Question mark.
That sounds familiar, but I'm spacing out on what that is. Brown 1911. Why am I spacing out on what that is? As soon as I see 1911s, I'm thinking handgun. Okay, that's the first thing that pops into my head. 1911 handgun. Yeah, that's okay.
Ooh.
So, dang it! Why'd you show me that? Oh,
Oh no, they have like a.
So what
he has to exit out of it.
yeah, I had to exit. Oh,
No, they looked. Oh.
Because
They also had a slide
currently,
show.
and this is a firearm I have, and I need a fix. I have a FNP 45 Tactical. It's one of the old, not the FNX, but the FNP. It's the older model, and I prefer that one. And before I bought that, it was a choice that I was doing between either that, a 1911 Scorpion, or just for the hell of it, I wanted a Desert Eagle 44 mag or a 50. But I ended up picking the FNP 45 Tactical, and the Scar 1911 is still to this day actually calling my name. It's gonna get me in trouble.
So I'm looking to visit the Rocky Mountain National Park this summer. Yeah.
Very.
It's
There's a lot here. There's a lot. Like it depends. Like you say, Rocky Mountain National Park. There's a lot. There's more stuff that you can do than you can imagine. As far as just hiking trails, there are literally thousands of miles worth of hiking and biking trails.
just alone.
Multiple rivers and creeks and ponds that you can fish as well. Campgrounds, even towns to visit. Some of those small towns, they got small breweries. They've got distillers. They've got
Pretty much
restaurants that you never see anywhere.
Colorado has everything except for the ocean.
That's what we say here in Colorado. The only thing we're missing is the ocean, and most Colorado residents don't care much for the ocean. Honestly, I'm not.
Because we have really big rivers here, or lakes.
They're not that big. We don't have too much when it comes to water features, but they're water features that are well worth it. In other words, that's the best way I can put it.
Rivers. I meant lakes. Sorry.
Yeah.
Cast iron cookware. He already has it. He has it. He already got there.
Yes.
Look up Ruger Old Army.
Ruger.
Ruger.
I'm not a big fan of Ruger. There's too much moving components and parts. I at one point had one of those Rugers. I forgot what the. Okay. Yep, Old Army. Ruger Old Army is a black powdered precision revolver introduced in 1972 by the Sturm Ruger Company and manufactured through 2008. Wow, they made that for a while. Models were made with a 7.5 inch and a 5.5 inch barrel. That's cool. That is a black powder handgun. I mean, for me, I'm not a big fan of Ruger pistols just because of the moving parts. The only ones I like are the 22 LR long pistols for like target competitions. Those are really cool, and the revolvers. But that's a black powder pistol. That's a different story. Really cool. Let's see. Wow, Snowflake. Hey. Yep.
And there goes the camera.
Again. Okay.
Yep. I really like the flavor of it.
It's really okay. So we gotta give a little bit of tasting notes to these guys at Stranahan's. Give them a shout out at Stranahan's. They do some great work. To Stranahan's, I have nothing against you, but your stuff, for me personally, is very sweet.
I like it.
So you're on the wrong side.
Yeah. You have to come closer.
That's a cigar buddy of ours. So. But yeah, it's really sweet. She loves it.
I love it. Yeah.
Everyone else loves it. This is just my personal opinion. It's a little too sweet for my palate.
I really like the one that we tried last time. And then this one is actually the Snowflake. It's really good. So it's got to be on my top 10 list.
This particular batch, they told me that it came out of casks that had a very appley citrus, which I definitely taste. That came from France, I believe he told me. The casks themselves,
Yeah.
they aged it in. It was aged 7 years, I believe. So this is the 2021 cask strength Snowflake. For any of you that are wondering, if you want it, you have to wait in line outside of Stranahan's here in Colorado to get it. I am sorry, but apparently it's a big issue and you won't be able to get a bottle. If I get a bottle, I'm probably just going to save it, and she's probably going to have a little bit of it. How are you doing?
Good, good.
Yeah, we're just getting in. Let's see if you're in.
There we go.
This is Nick, everyone.
Hi everybody. My name's Nick. I smoke cigars.
Yeah.
Yep.
He's a cigar bud. Oh, check out what I got. I gotta show this off to Nick. I got one of those eggs.
Oh.
I got one, and then this just came in.
Yeah, I saw you posted about that on Facebook.
Well,
Yeah.
this one, I don't think I posted, but I got these guys.
Oh, it's one of those barbershop.
Yeah.
Yeah, nice.
So that's pretty cool. Yeah, I'm not allowed to buy more cigars right now.
I got a little box
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
filling up
Yeah.
slowly.
So it's coming along.
Did you smoke the egg yet?
Not yet. It's in my humidor. I'll probably either next week or the following weekend I'll probably smoke it. But
Nice.
I've been meaning to test out this one here. I haven't tried. It's just been sitting there for a little while, and I gotta get it out of the way.
Cool.
Yeah, it's a bit light, but I got some Camacho triple Maduros and stuff in too. So
Cool.
yeah, excited.
So, what are those actually called barber pole cigars, or is there?
No,
another
this
name
one
for them?
was what was it? Riverboat. Mark Twain
okay.
Riverboats.
Gotcha.
So yeah. And then these guys I just picked up today. This I haven't tried yet. These guys I like quite a bit. Yeah. But I was excited to get those barbershop style ones. And that was another one that I was hoping to get, but they ran out of stock early before I could get my hands on it. So.
The other style I want to try is the Candelas, the green ones.
Oh yeah.
Have you had those yet?
I haven't. I've seen a few guys posting those, but
That's next on my list.
Yeah.
Candelas.
Where the heck would you find them?
They have some online. I don't know. I didn't see any in there.
Yeah. For anyone that might be wondering on the live stream, that's what I got in. So it's pretty cool.
Well, I got another event, but I just want to say hi to you guys.
Yeah. All right.
Happy late birthday.
Thank you.
It was my birthday yesterday.
Oh, happy late birthday.
You got a glass?
No.
Anything? You want any Snowflake? Are you not drinking? Or?
I better not, since I got to drive.
Okay. All right. No
Maybe
worries.
you have that next time.
Yeah, I'm going to be trying to save it. I had my sample. Marcus was going to have some, and we'll save some.
But thanks for the offer.
Absolutely.
All right, see you
All right,
guys.
man. Take
Yeah.
it easy then.
Um,
All right.
I'm simple wild turkey 101 for my everyday.
Turkey. Monkey shoulder for us, Woodford Reserve. That's my go-to, or my two go-tos, I would say.
Yep.
A Scotch and a bourbon.
Stranahan's is awesome. Been drinking it since 2006. I've never been able to try Snowflake because it's such a limited release. but the normal yellow bottle and Cask strength are great.
Yeah.
If you think it's too sweet, skip the Sherry Cask bottle, purple label, and Blue Peak, blue label.
Yeah. Again, I like collecting stuff, so I'd probably still get it, try it, and just let the bottle sit there and then share it with a few people here and there every now and then. Yeah, I've got some Blantons I've shared, but now I'm saving the rest of it. I've got some E.H. Taylor, that's mine. I've shared it a little bit, but the rest is mine. I like that one. Eagle Rare, I like that one as well. That one is a little more readily available lately, so I'm not too stingy on it, in other words.
So, he's also saying, give Diamond Peak, which is the black label, a try.
Diamond Peak from Stranahan's?
Yeah.
I'm going to have to give that a try.
You don't need to worry about those.
I do like a good peaty scotch though, like Ardbeg.
I've got Ardbeg. I overdrank it. I overdrank it at one point, like a lot. Like it was one evening we were hanging out, and that's all I had. It was just Ardbeg the whole time. I didn't even have water or anything with me, nothing. And I overdrank it to the point where the burps coming up from it. Whoa. I almost, if any of you are familiar, or most of you must be familiar with it, an infinity bottle. Well, they say don't put any kind of Isla scotches into an infinity bottle, because I've got two. I got one for my bourbons and one for my scotches. And I was like, I'll put a little Ardbeg in there. I almost destroyed the whole thing. I barely salvaged everything that was in there. I was like, oh, man.
And then it says, Ardbeg would work for someone who doesn't like sweet and like cigars. Good point. Ardbeg 10 is pure smoke. Good stuff.
Yeah, that's the one I have. That's the one that I overdrank pretty badly. There's a few other Ardbegs I want to get my hands on and drink those.
Yeah.
Those, a couple of other Isla scotches that I had, but I can't remember off the top of my head that were really good as well.
And then I like Colorado Gold's bourbon, but it seems the reviews are kind of mixed.
Which one? Colorado Gold Bourbon, but it says the reviews are... To each his own. If you drink any form of whiskey, bourbon, scotch, Canadian whiskey, whatever it is, drink it however you want to drink it. You want to mix it in a drink, that's your thing. You want to drink it straight like I do, that's your own thing. You want to throw ice cubes or put a little water in there, that's your thing. I'm not going to judge you on it. I prefer straight because it allows me to taste all the different notes a little bit better. That's just on my palate. But I do like a little whiskey sour every now and then. If I don't feel like having it just straight, I make a whiskey sour pretty nicely.
Whiskey sour is really...
Lemon, egg white, and what is it? Simple syrup.
Yeah.
Yeah. An actual squeezed lemon, not just the juice, but I take the actual lemon. She saw I did it for your birthday, was it?
For my birthday, yeah. It turned out really good.
Nice and foamy at the top, a few drops of bitters.
At first, I was kind of like, I was scared to try it because of the egg whites. I'm like, I thought it would taste really odd and like gooey and stuff, but he actually shook it very well to where
it was foamy.
It was
nice
really
and foamy.
good.
Take a couple of drops of the bitters. A couple of drops of bitters right on top. It leaves that nice little pattern or something, and then mixes it into a drink, or you can mix it right into the drink, whatever. But it was good.
But it was really good. I liked it. I would give it a 10 out of 10. It was really good.
I was telling my wife as a joke, it's a Southerner's healthy smoothie. I heard that from the Southerners say that at one point, because you got egg whites in there, there's your protein a bit in there, you've got lemon, there's your vitamins, you've got some sugar to give you a bit of a boost, and you got alcohol to kill basically anything else in your body.
Yeah.
That was told to me by a Southerner. He said it in that accent too. It's a Southerner's healthy smoothie.
What can I do to keep my Doc Martens from cracking? I use shoe trees and keep them conditioned. What else can I do?
They're Doc Martens. There's not much. I mean, Doc Martens are Doc Martens. They are extremely corrected grain. If you have the smooth finished ones, those are extremely corrected grain leather, and you're not going to be able to do that. Conditioners don't penetrate past all those layers that they put on there. to condition the leather thoroughly. I'm sorry, but it's gonna happen. I mean, there is a little trick, but this is a very, very risky trick to try to get some creasing out. Cracking is a different story, but creasing at least to try to get some of it out is once you got the shoe trees in there, not a heat gun, but a blow dryer, blow dry it, and as you would with shell quarter, and take the back end of a spoon and just try to like smooth it out slowly, and then afterwards condition it. And again, you're gonna have minimal absorption of that conditioner into the leather itself.
Give High West Campfire a try. It's from Utah. Good stuff.
Campfire, High West. We are going to Google that because that sounds like a good flavor. If you say Campfire, I'm on board for giving it a shot. High West Campfire Whiskey. Good. Save that there as an open tab. Thank you for the tip. EDH Boulevard. Right. Yep, EDH Boulevard.
And then Young of the Mill. Islay is great. Anything from Port Charlotte.
It's not Islay, it's Isla. It's pronounced Isla.
Isla.
Scottish.
Isla.
It's the Isla Scotch.
Recommendation for leather steel toe boots.
Steel toe. Danner. Definitely make some great ones. They're more of a composite these days. I don't think they even make a steel toe anymore. That would probably be my top pick. There's a few from Red Wing. I don't think Red Wing makes any Goodyear welted ones anymore with a steel toe or composite. Honestly, I haven't seen too many at least. The ones that they do, they've been switching to a plastic welt, which is Thorogood, same story. There's a few Thorogoods out there that have a steel toe in there or a composite, but they've got the plastic welt. Same thing, but those would probably be the ones that I would look for. Otherwise, whites and nicks, you can order a pair, but the wait period is very long and they're very expensive. We're talking 4 digits type of thing, but well worth it for whites or nicks.
Thank you for answering. Looks like you're having fun.
I'm enjoying it. I'm enjoying it.
Very relaxing. Are you a Shell Cordovan fan or not?
I love Shell Cordovan. I love it. It's amazing. It's amazing. The only thing is, do not use anything with a solvent in there. No rubbing alcohol, no acetone, no thinner, no nothing with a harsh chemical in there that you would use on regular calf skin. Use products that are intended for Shell Cordovan. But otherwise, I love this stuff. It's beautiful. It's amazing. I love it. The oils that come out of it and everything, it just makes the shoe over a period of time evolve into something beautiful. I have one pair of Shell Cordovan ankle high Corina boots that are awesome. I have maybe another pair of, what were they? I think they were an Allen Edmond or a Floorshine Imperial.
I think they were short Floorshine.
I think so. But I just got them last weekend at a thrift store. There was some damage to it. I'd have to do a number of recrafting on it. I have yet to try them on, but if they fit me, I am keeping them, and I'm going to do whatever I can to fix the damages because somebody else resold them. And they didn't do the best of work on it, but I'm going to keep them if they work out. And it's the number 8 shell of those ones. I've been wanting a pair of number 8 shell. Deerbone and brush, yes. Deerbone. I'm trying to find a place where I can get Deerbone for a good price because anywhere you go to buy Deerbone, these guys are crazy what they want for a freaking Deerbone. I mean, jeez, it's crazy. I mean, I'm gonna check. We have a butcher shop somewhere not far from our house somewhere. I haven't gone yet. My mother-in-law's told me about it. I gotta check them out and see if they've got Deerbone and try to get like a couple of bags of it and then treat it a little bit and get it prepared and see how it goes. But if that happens, you guys will definitely be seeing posts about it. I'll be talking about it if we do get them. But for now, again, my plate is so full, it's crazy. So, trying to get by it. So, to Stranahan's, cheers, and to everybody here. I'm hoping you guys have having a great weekend. Well, we're going at it for over an hour now. I need to hurry up. I talk a lot and then I don't smoke that much. I'm glad I was able to introduce you to Saphir products. Young of the mill. There's other great ones too. If you have any CXL, Chrome XL leather, one awesome one you might want to check out is Moo Buzz. That stuff is phenomenal. There goes the camera again. I think it's telling me time is a ticking. But Moo Buzz, great stuff. It's mainly neat's foot oil and neat's foot or mink oil. Neat's foot or mink oil, and it's got beeswax in there. Great stuff. I loved it on my Allen Edmonds that I had the day night versus Survivor Eaton, which I do apologize for anybody watching. I do apologize. I haven't done an update on them. Recording the video has been an issue. But $30 for a deer bone. That's, in my opinion, and there's places selling them for like $50 or $60 too, which is ridiculous. $30, I guess, is passable. I guess that's passable, but everywhere else I've been finding there are places selling for like $50 or $60. I'm like, are you kidding me? It's a bone. It's a freaking bone. Like, you guys are nuts. $30 is passable. I'm wondering if I may be able to push it down to like $20 or $25. That would be good. If you MOOBUZZY. We have it on our website as well. Really good stuff. I loved it. Oh, my little fan is dying. The battery on it, I think, is giving out. I have a little fan
it's
facing
still going.
the camera. It's still going. I think I can.
If you walk around with it, it'll go.
In Ohio, drive down the freeway, deer dead all over.
Hey, well, then we can get the deer bone.
I saw that. Where was I driving? I can't remember.
I remember.
There was dead deer everywhere. We have a bunch of deer in our neighborhood.
Yeah. So our mom and we ended up driving to South Carolina. We passed about 4, maybe 5 deers on the side of the road. And then I think it was like 3 more on our way back after we left South Carolina. So there was a lot.
That's not even a lot.
That was a lot for me, first time driving
there. I remember every single mile, at a minimum, there was one dead deer carcass laying around. Every mile. And I think it was Tennessee. I think we were driving through Tennessee. I was going to Florida. It was crazy. So, yeah. Let's see. I have a pair of Rockports that I would like to get fixed. I'm not sure if it's worth it. Honestly, with Rockports, most of the time it's not. I mean, if it's small, basic stuff like some stitch work, maybe the heels, that kind of stuff, yes. Full resole, full recraft, not. I would advise against it due to cost. Even if you're getting an upgrade on the shoe, the overall leather uppers on those are not intended to last very long. They're heavily corrected grain leather. The cracking will the minor cracking will turn into holes very quickly. Man, my little fan is giving out.
It's still going.
Still barely going. I don't even think it's actually blowing.
I think if you blow on it a little,
we need
just run around in circles and just start going again.
But yeah, if it's minor repairs on your Rockports, we can definitely take care of it. Anything that's larger, I don't recommend doing much else with them. Heels, minor stitch work, condition and polish. That's about it. Anything more than that, it's a little too much for those shoes. Let's see. Are you familiar with Pulp Fiction? I've never watched it or read it because there's a book, but yeah, familiar with it, I guess. Oh, my fan's giving out. It's giving out.
It's still going.
It's pooping out. Can I say pooping on YouTube?
Probably not.
Alright.
Have you ever done any work on dance shoes?
Yeah. Irish dance shoes, tap dance shoes, ballerina shoes. Oops. I've done.
It stopped.
Yep. It's just barely kicking.
There we go.
I've done like what is that? What's that? Morocco dance shoes. I've done a number of dance shoes. So yes.
Nope. It's about to stop. What if we turn it
This
off?
young lady, Jenell,
Yeah.
looks like Uma Thurman. I have no idea who that is. Then I'm sorry.
No what?
When she was little, she used to look like who was it? The famous actress. Who was it?
What's her name? Dakota Fanning.
She.
Everyone thought I was Dakota Fanning when I was like
we've been stopped
5.
in public. We've been stopped in public. People thought that she was Dakota Fanning, and that was before you were even 5. You were like 3 or 4.
It was. Then I figured out because people would be like, "Oh, is that Dakota Fanning?" And I'm like, "I don't know who that is. That's not my name. Don't call me
she
that."
was like 3 or 4 years old.
Yeah, but everyone thought I was Dakota Fanning. I mean, if you compare like my baby photos to when she was younger, we do kind of look alike.
Let's see.
I'm into spaghetti westerns.
Spaghetti westerns.
I need to search up
Google.
Uma. I have to search this person up.
Uma Thurman. I copied it. Spaghetti westerns. That also sounds familiar. Oh, okay. Spaghetti westerns is a broad
Do we look alike?
of Western films. Okay. She got some more wrinkles. Don't worry, a few more years you'll have your wrinkles too.
I mean, she has a little pimple there, which I usually get on my cheek.
That is a beauty mark.
No, that's a pimple.
Okay. The good, the bad, the good, the bad, and the ugly. Best movie of all times. I think I've seen that a long time ago. I don't remember it though, honestly. Flamenco. Yes, flamenco. You're talking about shoes that are like dance shoes, right?
I'd assume so.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Morocco. Yes, flamenco. Dang it. I actually saw that locally. They have lessons for that on like Groupon or something like that. I really wanna try that out. I actually did some heels recently on, I think, a pair of those shoes. They have a little bit of a suede tip that they put on there for certain versions of dancing like that. And I redid a pair for a lady, I think like a week or 2 ago. But I want to try. I'm going to probably try it with my wife. She keeps bugging me, wanting me to dance. We're Russian though. We don't really
We don't dance.
Yeah.
Don't ever. No matter my friends would always try and make me dance, and I'm like, we don't dance.
Yeah, I'm not.
We talk,
too
but
picky.
we don't
I'll try
dance.
it. I'll try dancing. I have no problem.
I've tried dancing, but it did not go so well. Our sister would try to dance, but her dancing wasn't very good.
I remember dancing. Oh my god.
I remember her coming up to me, "What looks better?" And she starts dancing in front of me, and I'm like, neither. She's like, 1 or 2. And I'm
It's
like,
like the weird club dancing like 10 years ago and stuff. Just envision that. And it's,
envision a Russian trying to go to a club and try and dance. Yeah, we don't do that. Unless we are very, very intoxicated. Then that might be a different story. We'll try and do
yeah,
the
Russians will do ballet and
Yeah.
the Kazakh, but that's it. And those are only professionals that have been training for it. I'm not a professional dancer. I'm not. I'm a cobbler. You cross my arms there. That's it. I'm a cobbler.
and like we're good at piano, so
She's good at piano. I forgot. I'm trying to get back into guitar. I've been trying to play for a little bit, but I need my calluses back. They're coming a little bit, but
see,
my
I have
fingers are all messed up
calluses
right
on
now.
my feet because of kickboxing,
Yeah,
but fingers.
Mine is still there. My calluses are still on.
Mine
my
got
toes from
worse. They're like
kickboxing.
hard as a rock.
I haven't been kickboxing for what, like 2-3 years now.
That's why you're called the pot-belly cobbler now.
I haven't been exercising, but I still have calluses on my toes. That's how hard I used to go at kickboxing. So
Yeah, he used to be my partner when I first started. He used to kick the living crap out of me, but I learned from it. Now I do it to everyone else. Please tell me you have a driver. Oh, we only had like one glass.
Yeah.
So we're not drinking.
This is all we had
Yeah.
so far between the two of us. As you can tell, it was filled up to the top. And I'm drinking tea right now, so I'm good. I'm still working on my cigar, but...
We jitterbug in Louisiana.
Oh, the jitterbug. Oh, I did square dance. I will tell you that. I've square danced before. The Grizzly Rose out here, somebody invited us, like I think it was a girl or something a while ago, and me and my buddies went out there, and I ended up square dancing. It was like...
See, the most I've done is like, because there would be the stampede where we'd have the fights, and so when people would walk out to like a song we know, I'd just like kind of like sidestep, you know.
So Hot Wax 93 is a professional kickboxer. Are you on a particular team? She's on the Elevation fight team.
So yeah, so I have actually Corey Sainhagen is
He was-
fighting. He is fighting May. What's his name? No, not Justin. What's his name? The guy that used to be at our gym.
Oh, what was his name? Dang it. I know who you're talking about, but I just forgot his name.
I have to remember the
But,
name.
yeah, so like Corey Sanhagen, if you saw his knee knockout in the first round a few weeks back, like a month ago almost, Corey Sanhagen is her trainer, and he used to be my trainer. There's a few other guys in the UFC that are part of her team as well. Square dancing is for squares. Maybe that's where the name comes from. Yeah, but it's a simple one. You literally just go in a square. Ding, 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 ding.
What is his name? I need to know.
Oh, you're
the name.
quoting SpongeBob. I watched a ton of SpongeBob because I have 3 kids.
TJ.
Dillashaw.
I had to look it up.
Okay.
But yeah, he's fighting TJ Dillashaw.
Dillashaw
May.
used to be on our team.
He used to be on our team, but there was some complications there. But it should be exciting because knowing from
Never admit to square dancing. Okay, I did it once. One time, okay? One time. Okay? I'm not a very shy person. Everyone's secrets all come out at some point, and I will admit to square dancing. Once in my life.
I never. Everybody tries like at my other job. They try and make me do the Russian dance.
That's a tough one. Because you're actually squatting.
I can kind of do it, except for I'm having knee problems.
I think all this TikTok dancing are for more. I don't do TikTok too much. I did one post on TikTok for the shop.
These fools, oh my gosh. These TikTok dancing fools should be embarrassed. I don't know why TikTok's even a thing.
Why is it a thing?
I don't
There's certain challenges on TikTok that are just stupid.
It's like, why? How?
I'm not even
does
going to
this-
mention the challenge. Don't mention the challenges on
I
YouTube,
won't
but they're
mention the
just-
challenges, but I think people know the challenges. It's kind of ridiculous. Like, I don't know. That's why I'm not part of TikTok and that kind of generation, I guess you could say.
Dancing is great exercise. Salsa is high energy. That's another one that I found was the salsa also.
There's also
that.
like so right next to our gym, there's like a jazz studio, and there's like a lot of more elderly people that go there, but you look into where they do that, and they go pretty like high intensity in those jazz classes.
Hey, Hot Wax, when I say one time, I honestly mean it one time. If it was more than one time, I don't even think I'd be admitting to one time. But it was one time. It was one time that I square danced, nothing more. That's it. End of story. Leave it at that.
Look up Stale Cracker on TikTok. We don't have TikTok.
Yeah. I think I deleted the app. But that sounds Stale Cracker on TikTok. That just sounds so stupid. It's like what was it? The one that I think I can mention is the cinnamon challenge. That was
Cinnamon?
stupid. Like, what? Look at all the cinnamon you wasted. That shit's good.
I could have put it on something good.
Crap, I just cussed on here.
Sorry, YouTube.
Yeah, sorry.
But they're like, so I go to the gym and we do have like kids going there, but they're like 13, 14, they're like watching TikTok, and you're like, you kind of look over their shoulder to see what they're watching, and then you just regret looking over their shoulder because what they're looking at is just ridiculous.
Yeah, TikTok should not even be a thing.
Why
it's
is it a
just
thing?
stupid
Exactly. Yeah. I like the most with at least Instagram and Facebook. It's more understandable.
There's groups.
there's
A number of the
groups.
people that are on here watching us today, they're in shoe enthusiast groups,
Like,
cigar
even-
groups, bourbon groups. You know, there's tons of groups.
I don't even understand Snapchat. Why that's a thing either.
I don't understand.
I don't like.
Yeah, I agree.
Like, I understand, like I said, I understand Instagram, Facebook. Instagram, I use it because our gen, they always update us on things. But TikTok and Snapchat, I think those two are the most, they're not very useful apps, in my opinion. For some reason, I always associated, did you read that one?
Krasik with
Castranians?
Saber Dance, which is weird because he was Armenia and composed it for ballet. So there's a lot of Russian Armenians, a lot.
Oh, yeah.
A lot of them.
Yeah, my
I've
coach.
had friends Russian Armenians. We have extended
old coach
family.
used to-
One of our old
as-
coaches.
yeah.
I've got, there's a lot because Armenia and Russia at one point were fairly close to, on a political level as well. So there were a lot of Armenians that spoke fluent Russian as well. And they still do.
So he said we can Google it. Do you want to Google it?
I don't know if I really want to Google
And then the
this.
TikTok penny in the electric socket challenges is damn right dangerous. I
Wait,
don't.
what did he say?
Penny in an electrical socket.
Okay.
So it went from eating soap. I'm not gonna say exactly because I don't know what
We
YouTube.
don't even want to promote
We
this
don't
brand.
know, but then it went to that. Like, I don't understand people.
Okay, whatever I see on Stale Crackers so far, no, I don't even want to click that crap.
Just click it. We'll just.
I see some kind of weird lobster things. Is he cooking? Is this a cooking channel?
I don't know. He's just.
I don't think I can watch this too long.
Wait,
fast
what
forward on
is it? No.
I don't know how to use TikTok. Do you fast forward?
So he's cooking soft
What
shell
about
crab, pro boy.
Ah, soft shell crab. Okay, if this is actually cooking. He's got a bacon press. Cool. Okay, that so far looks not bad. Okay, I thought this was about to be something super horrible. I might have to keep an eye out for this guy.
See,
kinda
okay, so there's some
redneck
people
jelly.
that use, like, you'll get videos on Instagram from TikTok, and you'll see, like, some videos can be very useful, but then you see other videos where
That
it's
wasn't
like,
a
what
bad
the hell?
video. Stale Cracker, I guess. That wasn't a bad video, at least the first one so far I've seen.
So,
it looks like a interesting cooking channel, which I have no problem with. I actually went across this. Okay, I'm going to show you this, but there's a group on Facebook called PETA, People Eating Tasty Animals. I'm sorry for all you animal lovers out there, but after all, we are a cobbler shop. We deal with leather all the time. But there was this checklist. If I can pull it up. It's that right there. I'll show you guys in a second. It's a checklist.
huh,
It's bingo.
Bingo, that's actually really
meats
cool.
I've eaten bingo, basically. Let's see. Is that going to work? Yeah.
yeah.
So you check mark all the different types of meats you've had, and I've gotten almost all of it. The only one that I'm missing is snake, and I think I've had snake a while ago, but I don't want to check mark it until I'm 100% sure because it's been so long. But I think I've gotten everything covered. There is cow, boar, crab, rabbit, elk, lamb, shark, turkey, tuna, duck, gator, deer, lobster, snake, shrimp, goat, buffalo, chicken, octopus, pig, crawfish, quail, frog, and salmon. And I have had All of it, either all of it or almost all of it. Delicious. Some of it was, some of it wasn't.
So Snapchat was started for, I'm not going to say it, but fiki purposes. I hope it would have gone away quickly. Boy, was I wrong. Yeah. The way I say fiki because my roommate says it that way. And
That's interesting way to say it.
YouTube, I don't think would like accept it. But yeah. Yeah, I mean, I'd see where they'd get Snapchat from that. And
Banjo's on the way home. I scored danced once and I heard banjos on the way home.
oh my gosh.
I love that.
Don't even think about clicking that link. Guy I know down the road, only reason I mentioned it, he's funny but can cook really good, Louisiana style.
They got good eating in Louisiana. I think Popeye's chicken is so big. We love Popeye's chicken.
Oh yeah, we got it like almost every...
No, we haven't had it in a while.
We haven't had it in a while, but at one point we would get it like every week.
But even the home cooking Louisiana, like the true Louisiana recipes, there's some good eating. I will not deny that. Yeah. Oh man. Well, we've been at it for an hour and a half now.
Our limit was an hour or less. At least we didn't go to 2 hours and 45 minutes.
Yeah. So everyone, I think we might have to wrap this up because my wife went up with her mom and our oldest and our youngest up to the mountains for some kind of spa day thing. They're staying the night there. And my mom's got our middle son with her, so we got to get going here. I hope everybody's had a great week. Going to have a great weekend. Thank you everybody for joining us. I hope you enjoyed it. For the Stranahans real quick, I'm going to give a quick I guess mention. Again, Stranahans, check them out. Seems to be pretty good. In my opinion, personally, very sweet. I'm not crazy for sweet. This one is the Snowflake batch for 2021. It's a cask strength, 58%. This is a trial blend, and it's good. Again, on my palate, a little too sweet. It's really, really like apple citrusy to me. What do you think on it?
It was really good. Actually, I really liked it. I think I liked it a little bit more than the other one that we tried last time.
Real quick, Hot Wax 93. I've had that.
He has it. I haven't tried it yet.
Deep fried and everything. And don't think if you never tried Colorado oysters or what they're called. If you never tried them, they don't come full size. They're itty bitty pieces that you chop them up and deep fry them. I've had them. Overate them. At one point. In one evening. Yeah. That is checked off my list. I have no problem checking as much as I can off my list, okay?
Yeah, that would be an interesting one to try for me.
It's an interesting one because they're just little pieces, chunks that are deep fried.
Yeah.
So, but anyways, everybody, hope you enjoyed hanging out with us. We've enjoyed it, talking to all of you. Been enjoying my cigar. Still got a little ways to go, but it's gonna be probably enough for me to wrap everything up, put everything away. I hope everybody's had a great weekend. We haven't been doing too many live streams as much as we'd hoped, but last week we got hit with that snowstorm, which was
Yeah,
bad.
then the following week was my birthday, and then
The week before that,
the week
you mean,
before.
was her birthday, so we had too much noise, even more noise and people, so we couldn't do the live stream. But we'll try to get back and do a little more frequently, at least, maybe every other week. What is he saying?
Again, don't admit to eating.
Hey, I had Rocky Mountain oysters. That's what it is, not Colorado oysters.
That's
Rocky
the
Mountain oysters.
fancy term.
Yes, that is the proper terminology for it, and that's what I had. Okay? Hey, if you're not trying new stuff like that, how are you enjoying life? I'm trying different cigars. This is my first time having the cigar. It's a light cigar. I usually wouldn't prefer this cigar. I like something a little bit darker, but I'm giving it a shot. Okay, I'm giving Stranahan's a shot, knowing that it's sweet. Okay, I have no problem doing this live stream. I'm giving it a shot. I'm having fun with it. So, don't be judgmental. Try it. Try the Rocky Mountain oysters. Check mark it off your list. Just try it one time, get it over with, and say, I have had Rocky Mountain oysters. That's it. Just do it. Okay? Don't complain. Just close your eyes. Don't imagine what it is you're chewing. It doesn't even look like it either. Alright? Well, ladies, gentlemen, everyone out there, whoever you may be, wherever you may be, thank you for joining us. Have a good evening. We hope you enjoyed your time with us. We've enjoyed it with all of you. And we'll just see everybody next time, I guess.